It worked!
It's not magic, it's science.
Welcome back, my fellow scientists, to another episode of iScience with Dr. White, coming to you from CEC Studios. Today, we're squeezing into the world of air pressure and hovercraft. It's going to be an episode full of low-flying action and jaw-dropping experiments. We're starting small today, exploring the basics of how air pressure can lift objects. I think we need to take a trip to the void to get some supplies. I'll need a bottle with a pop-up top, a CD, a balloon, and some glue. What do you think we can do with these? Let me show you. First, we glue the bottle top over the hole in the CD. You'll need to let it dry for a little bit. Then we'll place the balloon on top of the CD like this. Make sure that the top is in the open position. I'll blow into the balloon from the bottom of the CD. Watch what happens when we release the air from the balloon. It's floating! The rush of air from the balloon creates a cushion of air below the CD. The air pressure underneath the CD is greater than the force of gravity on the CD, lifting it off the table. This decreases the force of friction between the ground and the CD, making it easy to move around. This is the same principle used in larger hovercraft. Speaking of which, I've got something to show you. But we need to move to another part of the lab for this experiment. Check out this bad boy. It's my own personal hovercraft. It's powered by a leaf blower rather than a balloon. The blower forces air into a cushion made out of plastic sheeting with a few holes in it. Now let's see how powerful this hovercraft can be. We're going to lift me up, but we also need a brave volunteer to move me around. Now let's do some science. 3, 2, 1, science! The pressure of the air underneath is greater than the force of gravity pulling on the hovercraft and me. Air pressure can do some serious work. In fact, I've got one more example for you. For this one, we'll need to take a field trip. So here we are at the Coweta County Fire Department headquarters. This is Station 1. I have with me Battalion Chief Adam Westbrook. Chief Westbrook, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Chief Westbrook, tell us about the demonstration that we're going to see today.
Some of the things that we use here in the fire department in rescue is airbags, right, with different air pressures. And we use these airbags to help rescue people that are trapped in vehicles or in machinery. A lot of times people are stuck or trapped. All we have to do is lift the car or the machinery 1 inch. It's enough to move them out safely.
What are some other applications that you might use an airbag for?
We use it in trench rescue. Technically, we use the airbags behind panels. We also can use it in an industrial setting. People are trapped or they're stuck inside machines.
Your knowledge of air pressure is outstanding, so thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And there you have it, folks. Air pressure can do amazing things, from lifting small objects like our mini hovercraft to saving lives with high-pressure airbags used by firefighters. Well, that's it for this episode. If you'd like to see more episodes of this show, you can go to www.isciencewithdrwhite.com or check out the CEC Network YouTube channel. Keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop discovering the incredible world of science. And remember, it's not magic, it's science. Until next time. For those of you sticking around for a post-credits scene, you must be a teacher looking for tips on how to use this episode in the classroom. I got you covered, science friend. For my kindergarten teacher friends, this episode is great for pushes and pulls. The balloon provides the push to lift the CD hovercraft. For my second grade teacher friends, your students can add things to the CD hovercraft to change the speed or direction it travels, like another balloon pointed in a different direction. For my fourth grade friends, you could add small weights to the CD hovercraft. They could keep adding the small weights until the hovercraft doesn't lift off anymore, balancing the force of the balloon. For my eighth grade teacher friends, you could have the students explore the energy transformations involved in the hovercraft or conduct experiments with the hovercraft to construct explanations of Newton's laws of motion. The same goes for my high school physical science friends. There are similar applications for my physics friends. You could also use the hovercraft to examine the work kinetic energy theorem, and I'd also love to hear your suggestions.